Welcome in, everybody. This is the weekly tarot reading for the week starting August 12th. So we are looking at the week ahead, kind of reading into the collective energies. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Also, all the August zodiac readings have been posted, so take a look at your personal monthly read for August. So wow, we're coming up to mid-August this week. The summer went by fast as usual here in the Northern Hemisphere. So, and we just went through the Lionsgate portal. How was that for you all? I can say that was definitely intense personally for myself. Still kind of feeling that energy, so August is a big month for that. So let's tap in. If you like this reading, hit that like button. And to join the Lyran Soul Tribe, subscribe and stay connected. Hit that bell and you will be notified every time I post a new video. Always open to your recommendations for potential future videos, so add those in the comments. So yeah, we're just gonna get a general reading here. Gonna hit on with some, I got the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle that I was intuitively drawn to for today. So let's see what's going on this week for everybody. Dancing with the rainbow. I like that. Break free from whatever you feel is holding you back. Express happiness. Find out what you truly desire. Shedding the old. There is a change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure so you will be able to see new prospects. And I'll grab one more here. In the light of the moon. A full moon can shine light on what you have been resisting. This can be anything from your fears to your soul's beauty. So we are coming up to, I want to say it's a full moon in Aquarius. Let me double check. Full moon August. Well, I know it's called, it's going to be a blue supermoon. It is Aquarius. Okay. So I was right. I just wanted to double check. So it is a full moon about introspection, community, connection, and especially creativity. And that is on the 19th. So that is this week coming up. So it's not definitely synchronistic that we got the light in the full moon. So this week, I feel with that full moon energy, it is going to shed some light on some things for you that you've definitely been resisting. It may trigger that resistance to really come up. So I would recommend to be super aware just of yourself and what you're feeling. And definitely if fears are coming up, that's definitely going to kind of guide you to that area. But it's definitely a positive thing here because I feel like that's going to help you break free again from these things that you're resisting. It's the resistance that's actually holding you back from experiencing more happiness and joy. So it's also a time to say, what are my desires? What do I truly desire? Especially just this week. Like, what is it that I am being drawn to? What is it I want to do? Where following that bliss, right? This card is definitely kind of encompasses that to me. This dolphin here is just really blissing out, swimming, feeling the energy of the rainbow, and just enjoying that present moment here. And part of that resistance is kind of an old skin of yours. I do feel like you're going through a huge transformation. A lot of us are at this point in time. It's shedding all these things again that is blocking us from, you know, really experiencing joy. And so there is a change that's been happening or is coming for you. But I think if we approach it with a new sense of, you know, curiosity and openness and surrender instead of resisting or being afraid, definitely that's going to help us elevate. And I do feel like this is more of an energetic thing as well. Like there probably is some physical change happening. It may be for you. There may be some big external change happening, but I feel like this is more of an energetic change. And I do feel like you're going to kind of feel yourself going in and out of the old energy of fear and resistance and like being afraid of change and like seeing the external reality, something again, this shedding, and maybe there's sadness to it, and there's maybe some more deep, hardcore, what we would consider negative energies, but you'll kind of come in and out of these great energies of gratitude and bliss. So I do feel like it's kind of a weird, you're kind of shifting in and out of this change right now. So let's tap into the tarot. What's going on underneath the deck? Okay, Seven of Swords, Hermit, Death. Look at that. Yeah, definitely a transformation, big change, Ten of Swords. Yeah, something is definitely ending or over here. We have the King of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Sun. But I do really love this. I do really love how this, where you're headed here. So I wouldn't be afraid of this. There's going to be a little bit of like, you know, a hurdle or bump in the road as you go through this change. But what I feel like is ending is, you know, this could be, I think there's a couple things, and for, again, it's going to be different for all of you out there, but some of you really, these things, these fears, these old ideas, these old beliefs, this old resistance is really deceiving you. It's almost like a veil, and the veil is lifting, which I think it was in, it might have been the Lionsgate portal reading I did. Take a look at that, but there's like a veil lifting, and the veil really was deceiving us. You know, it was like we were seeing through a distorted veil into the external reality, and it was really deceiving our truth, or what we were interpreting as truth, which was causing a lot of suffering and pain. And with this Hermit, I really like this because we're now becoming highly aware of this and finding meaning in the process and what's really going on. The Hermit is also finding its spiritual truth and really being enlightened by this process. And now you see here, the Hermit has his light right on death, on this transformation and this ending of this old veil, of this old way of seeing things, this old way of being. This could have been too creating really stuck patterns that you kind of kept looping in and you can't get out of. Again, patterns that were not positive. And, you know, for some of you, this could go really on the spectrum of, you know, really the Seven of Swords can speak to, you know, betrayals, relationships that were toxic, people that lied, you know, were always out for themselves, very selfish. Again, this pattern of these dynamics can also be ending. So apply this as you will for your experience. It could also be you, you know, trying to escape, really trying to escape these deep things that the full moon is really going to shed some light on. So it may not be pretty because, again, when we're running from something, it's usually something that's very painful that we've been holding really down unconsciously. And it could be about really hardcore trauma or betrayal or heartache that we experienced in the past, which could be referring to this Ten of Swords. And we're going through a major transformation. It's almost like the old us is dying and we're rebirthing a new energetic self. Almost a new, I feel like, identity. I mean, this is really big. We have 3 major arcana cards, and really when we think of it, this card can probably scare us the most out of all of them, but this is not, this is a minor card, so it's kind of petty compared to the major shift that we're going through. But on the other side of this here, we have somebody coming in here who, you know, is someone who's really offering, this could be emotional support or love. This could be a love prospect. It could be someone from your past or someone who's trying to reconcile. But this is something that's going to be really, you know, again, this is like happiness here with the sun. So this could be someone new coming into your life, someone who's really emotionally available, emotionally mature, who's able to be vulnerable with you. And this could also refer to, I would say, if you're more identify as the male gender here, this could be you. This could be you really opening up emotionally and reconciling with your past. The Six of Cups is about the past. And really now being able to open up this new energy that you're now able to attract in a lot of happiness. So this, I like this, but this is pretty big for this week, guys. So get your seatbelts on, I kind of feel here. That full moon, you know, tied with the Lionsgate energy. That sun in Leo, it's going to be an interesting ride. But, you know, again, Leos here are really up to, Leos like to have fun and are going to find ways to, you know, almost like enjoy the adventure. And then you have the Aquarius energy, which is really going to bring up some, you know, connecting with others, connections, and also like opening up new creative energies for this week as well. So you may feel your creative spark kind of lit. Okay, let's see. We got the 8 of Cups, the King of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. The Devil, the 2 of Swords, and the Temperance card. So I'm going to kind of put these over here. I'm almost going to do this as like, this is kind of the process and then what's on the other side. So I'm going to move these over a little bit so I can add another row. I'm doing a little bit of a different spread today. We got the 10 of Wands. There's the spark, just what I said. Here's the spark of something that's really like igniting something within you, igniting creative, like inspired action, igniting creativity, igniting some sort of like for you to take action on. I feel like this is kind of an action card here. It's like sparking some, also like, I feel a strong desire to do something or to experience something. And this is what's really igniting the World card here, which is igniting a new cycle, a new beginning. And this is on the other side of a very difficult period for you, one that's been heavy. You feel like it's really heavy, like you almost feel like you've been carrying a lot of the weight of this. I don't know how long it's been for you, but it could be a while that you've been just like almost like acquiring all this emotional baggage, negativity, difficulty, hardship. And that with the 10, that the 10s talk about like realizing something, an actualization or an ending of a cycle, which the 10 in the world, I mean, those two together are, this difficult cycle's over. It's time to end this hardship. And in the middle of this is like the spark from the universe. It's an internal spark that's really igniting that new way of feeling and being and new ideas about how to move forward. Because here, right in the middle, I feel like you're still kind of stuck. I still feel like you're not seeing what's ahead or the way forward. You're just still kind of in the mix of trying to sort out all these other cards. So, you know, definitely there's been a lot of karmic energy to what you've been going through. And it's time to like move forward and elevate and move away from this karmic. It's almost like you've processed, you know, sometimes we have to go through the karmic experience to then move forward and kind of close that karmic cycle. And that's what this is with the 8 of Cups and the Devil and the 10 of Wands. It could be also that you're walking away from a situation. Someone, this Knight of, or King of Swords, sorry. Walking away from an individual. This could be a relationship. The King of Swords can also refer to some of you. It might be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And there is a lot of, you know, worry and fear about walking away from this person or what's on the other side of this. There is definitely a lot of fear, which the full moon is going to bring up. And you could feel a lot of resistance about, again, the process of moving past this. For some of you, if you're not walking away from an individual here who, it definitely is an individual who is very almost disconnected from their emotional body. They're more, you know, always stuck in their head, very logical. They're the thinker, okay? This King of Swords is definitely not great when it comes to the emotional body. But this can also refer to you finding clarity as well. Finding true clarity about moving forward or where you're going. But there's also, you know, even though you have clarity about it, there's definitely some fears about journeying forward and what this new kind of, I almost feel like a new path for you. And there's definitely something haunting you. I just picked this up about this card, if you can see in the background. It's almost like a spirit or ghost in the background that's also blindfolded. I do feel like something's haunting you about this. Definitely an uneasiness, but in the window here, there's this owl. So there's definitely some wisdom that you're trying to gain from this and hear the call from your higher self and divinity to help you through this. But I do feel like you're a little blocked right now because of all the fear. And there's something that's, I just feel this like haunting energy. And to me, it's probably something from the past that you've been carrying. It could be how this, if it is a relationship, it could be a haunting energy of just like the process and the experience of this and like having a hard time, like, again, shedding this. We talked about the Oracle card. Because with the Two of Swords, you're definitely very blocked here still. But I do feel like the your guides, angels, the universe is really helping you to temper the energies right now to help find some balance internally for you. Temperance can also refer to, I would say a recommendation is just really doing things that are good for you right now, that make you feel good. And taking care of yourself. So we do have, you know, the last card is the World, which is a really big card. We have the World, Death, Hermit, the Sun. I mean, we have these major arcana cards. So this has been a major situation for you. When you think of your life, you would consider this like a big thing. This could be an emotional thing in the heart space. Really something that you've had to really work through a lot. I feel a lot of heavy energy here. We got the Devil, the Ten of Wands, the Nine of Swords. And then I'm just seeing like this King of Swords, like he has that sword kind of in front of him, like as protection. Like this person, if it is a person in your life, they're really blocked emotionally. I mean, they just have this like energetic field up to like protect them, and they're not letting anyone in. And I feel like you really tried to get in there. You really tried to, you know, them to open up to you emotionally, and they just couldn't do it. But here on the other side here is this King of Cups, and the King of Cups is emotionally open, and he is holding in his hand a cup, which means he's ready to offer. He's offering love. He's able to give love. He has a lot of emotional depth to him and love to give. So that's a complete opposite here with the Kings. So, you know, I don't want to say, I don't know. I don't want to like, you know, skew you wrong here and say that, you know, if this is someone from the past, because we did see the Six of Cups here, and maybe I'll get a clarifier. The Six of Cups. Okay, Queen of Cups. So this could also be you just reconciling the past emotionally with the Queen of Cups. Okay, I totally just blanked, but we have the King and Queen of Cups. Duh, I totally missed that. So there's definitely some sort of reconciliation here. And for some of you, this is, I just got to, this could be past life. This could be like this is like a soulmate, a deep, really hardcore soulmate that you've had a lot of past lives together, and you're like finding each other again. And this is going to be major happiness for you. So that'll be, for some of you, that's pretty big. Like this is finding like your real, this is like a very divine connection here, divine counterpart that's coming in. I'm just seeing if I need to clarify anything. Let's I'll look at this. I was gonna ask before I could even get it out, this card flew up, but I was looking at this line up here to get more clarity around the King of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So I mean, it's the Six of Wands is just saying you are going to overcome this. This has been a very difficult battle for you, this situation. But you are coming out, or going to, if you feel like you're still stuck here, which I do feel like you are with the Two of Swords, but you are going to overcome this situation. But I do feel like you have to walk away with a lot of, I think there's still a lot of emotions tied to this that you haven't reconciled. There's still a lot of love here. And I think too, that's very haunting, kind of a haunting energy for you, because there's still a lot of strong attachment here. So yeah, that's going to be for you in your head, right? In your head, you're thinking this is going to be really difficult to try and get over and to move forward. Because I'm also feeling like whatever situation this is for you, I feel like you put a lot of, it's like you put a lot of investment into this. Like you really thought this was like a situation that was really going to pay off big for you. And then it's almost like it ended up turning really wrong and karmic and causing you a lot of pain. So let's just hear, what does this King of Swords have to say to you? Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. I do feel like this person, oh, interesting. You know, this person could, unfortunately, one of the messages here, they could have like their heart still tied it's like, remember, their hearts, they're like protecting themselves. They still could be, have, there still could be, have feelings for somebody else that they just haven't been able to get over. And that person or that situation is something they thought was kind of, again, kind of what you felt for them. They thought that was like it. They thought that was, you know, it was going to pay off. Like this was their person, and it didn't. But they haven't gotten over that yet. And for some people, and this is where I know it's going to get confusing, but for some of you, you know, they do really see you as their person, but there's something here, this Three of Cups, there's something in the way. There's something that they can't let go of that's like a third party to this relationship that keeps, that's the sword for them. That's their like protection. And it's almost like this keeps getting in the way, but what they don't realize is they're using this to protect themselves. They're using this to not fully commit. They're using this as an excuse, and they don't see that, right? They're not seeing, and maybe they just are so unconscious and they can't authentically, they don't know how to express that truth, because the truth either way is, to them, is gonna and maybe push you away anyways. Because if they say that, you know what, this, I'm using this because I'm afraid to fully commit. And it's because they're afraid to commit is because, you know, they could see it as they think you're going to leave anyways. So they're afraid to commit. But that's again, a belief that's tied to their past and their trauma or heartaches from the past. So, but in the end, it's almost like they're manifesting this, like they're manifesting you walking away, like it's just like a self-sabotage anyways. You know, the very thing they're afraid of is what they actually manifested, because they weren't able to fully open their heart up to you and let you in. So, but again, you're moving in a good direction here. Again, you can swap these, you know, these sides. So if you're the King of Swords, you know, you could be self-sabotaging yourself. If you feel like you haven't been able to open up to a love, a relationship that you've been in, and now they're leaving. And I mean, all I can say is you kind of, again, this is a karmic pattern for you, and it is tied to a lot of baggage from the past, and like, I think relationships that you are still haunting you from the past that you haven't fully gotten over. And it's like you still again are creating these like these dynamics that you've kind of sabotaged. But if that's you, if you're watching and you are the King of Swords, then I do feel like you're going to overcome this situation. But part of that is really going deep. Right? We have the Hermit here. Remember the Hermit really going deep to looking at these patterns and looking at these fears and looking at, hey, where am I still, you know, tied to these heartaches, and where am I not allowing myself to, you know, open myself up to love? But again, this is ending. This is changing for you. So again, no matter which side of the party you're on here, we're looking at a positive outcome. But some big changes happening. So we need to be open to them and really just like surrendering to the universe of this process, so you can finally let go of these patterns once and for all, which the world says you're gonna. So good stuff here. Big week. Again, another big week. It seems like that's the norm anymore. But all of you have a great week ahead, and I'll see you in the next one.